Hey guys, so I'm back and I've made a few improvements and I want to go over what I've done here, which I'm pretty impressed with myself. This is pretty much for me more than anything else, but if anyone else can find any use for it, by all means, please do use it. So what I've done here is I was just playing with HTML before, which I could have easily done that locally and I could have pointed my browser to HTML, but if I want to take it to the next level, I want to see, how do I use something like JavaScript, PHP, and have the actual browser interact and, be more intelligent. So I've actually built a PHP container, which comes up, and I've added some PHP logic to it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you, if I look here, I'm going to show you that Docker is running. I've got this running in the background, so I'm going to bring this up to the foreground. And I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. So now I can clear this and I can say Docker PS. Docker is not running at all. But what I want to do first is show you exactly what's happening here. So I'm going to start with a Docker file and I'm actually bringing in PHP. I've created a work dir. This is where this is where I'm going to launch my PHP from. And I'm going to copy everything from local PHP here down into var dub. And I'm going to expose 80. And then I'm going to put an environmental variable in for world. So exactly what is happening here is it's kicking off PHP. And it's kicking off the page that's been built from this local PHP. It's pretty simple, pretty cool page. It does some cool stuff. It's not cool stuff, but it does things in general. So what I'm going to do now is I actually want to kick this off. Let me see here. And you can see I've kicked that off. I'm going to go back here and show you what this looks like. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for any running PHP containers currently. So if I've built this out previously and I want to test it again, I can see that the PHP container is there and I want to stop it. And I want to not only stop it, but then I want to actually kill it. So from there, I want to then build the new one, build another one, and then I want to then I want to run it and I want to send it all into all my standard error and standard out into dev null, and then as a background process. So if I say docker ps, yeah, and the reason I run that background process like that instead of just letting Docker do it is because it's just quicker for development, and I like to use background and foreground. So I can see that I do have a Docker container running, my PHP, and I can see that the port 8080 is forwarded to port 80, and now we can go to the background here and we can see what it looks like. So if I go to my page here, I can see this is what it brings me up, and let's just add a value here. It's just some stupid little thing, but it is PHP instead of HTML now, so there is more logic involved. So it basically just told me, hey, welcome, and it can spit those out, created my new frames, and created everything for me. So again, this is just me playing. I'm not a front-end guy by any stretch, but I do know that, how I want to control the management of the front-end web pages. So this is what that looks like. Now if I go back here, I can also say, let's bring this back to the foreground again, and let's kill that. Now if I go back here, I try to reload, and I'm going to say, yep, it's nothing. There's nothing there. So I can also say docker ps, and there's nothing there. So if I want to modify anything here, let's say I want to change the top frame or the horizontal back frame. Let's change that color to, let's change it to red or orange. Yeah, orange sounds good. And let's save that. And now I'm going to rerun this again. Let's get that set up. And let's rerun. Yes, submit. Yeah, crikey. Okay, never mind. That is jackassery. that didn't work the way I wanted it to. There we go. That was frame caching is freaking gnarly. Anyways, you can see it's I'm actually doing PHP development on my Mac, and I don't have PHP running on my Mac, so kind of cool. And let's drop this one out. There we go, and let's go back. So that's pretty much all we're doing here. It is kind of cool, but nonetheless.